YouTube, what is up? So here we have the recent release of the Target exclusive Marvel Legends Black Widow Deadly Origin and the deluxe package from the movie. Picked these up yesterday, didn't get a chance to film. I did mention that they had a release date in one of my earlier videos. So as you can see here, you can't see because it's blurry, but there it is, 329. That would have been yesterday. Coffee, Tylenol. The second one, $19 figure, that 087165725. That's going to be the DPCI for the Black Widow Deadly Origin. Let me read that over again. That's 087165725, and the 0871692 is going to be for the deluxe package. So yeah, I guess they did have a release date for these guys, but nevertheless, you know what? Let me show you guys something else too. There was a Nintendo figure. I don't collect anything besides Marvel Legends, but I seen these, and I seen the full wave of the Crimson Dynamo Build-A-Figure, and I was like, wait a minute, somebody bought these already? They only had a Crossbones figure, and I was thinking about picking it up for somebody, and I was just like, you know what? No, let me just get what I came to get and not worry about it. So I was like, you know what? Let me check for a Winter Soldier, see if somebody left it laying around, and I was like, you know what, they probably hid something under the shelf or something. So I lift the shelf, see something, I'm like, hey, this might be something. So I pick up the shelf, and it was this Bowser figure from World Nintendo. And as everybody knows, I do not collect anything else. So I was like, why would they hide this thing? So I was like, let me see it online if this thing is worth anything. And sure enough, I found eBay prices from like $100, and I'm like, what the hell? But anyway, yeah, I might throw that on OfferUp or something, probably get 30-40 bucks for it. Yeah, so anyway, sorry about that. Anyway, what we came for is the Black Widow, Natasha Romanoff. So she's a trained spy, martial artist, and sniper. As an orphan, she was rescued by Wolverine and Captain America from the Nazis. She was taken in by Ivan Petrovich, and she, in her head, she believed she was being trained to be a ballerina, and we got glimpses of that in the movie. But if you didn't keep up with her, like in the comic books, her origin is kind of weird because it just bounces all over the place. But she was actually being trained to be an assassin. She was a member of the Black Widow training program, which was arranged by the KGB. And, you know, Petrovich, you know, took her to the Red Room, you know, where they experimented on her. You know, they gave her a few powers, I guess. And, you know, it's not really talked about in the movies. And I can see how people kind of don't really have a true understanding of the Black Widow. So, you know, with that, with them experimenting on her, they gave her a longer than normal lifespan and a healing factor. They also, you know, ramped up her immune system and cell repair system, and she's pretty much stuck at the age of 30. So it's kind of weird. So over the years, she really hasn't aged much at all. So you know, it goes into her background story goes into her being married to a pilot who was eventually killed, and then he became the Red Guardian, who was eventually actually really killed. She trained with, you know, Winter Soldier, had relationships with the Winter Soldier and Hawkeye. She actually tried to get Hawkeye to join her and take down the Avengers. And then Hawkeye actually ends up joining the Avengers after she was recaptured in order to, you know, break her free from all these mind games that they were playing with her. And one of the ways that they got her not to attack her allies and the people that were around her was through pheromones, which is kind of weird. But Nick Fury ends up getting a hold of these pheromones and was able to convince her into joining S.H.I.E.L.D. So that's pretty much her backstory. There's a lot of other stuff and side missions and secret ops stuff that she's done. We can talk forever, but we're not. So let's go ahead and crack these things open. And man, I want to say, you know what? I really wanted the gray suit more than anything. That's going to be the Walmart exclusive of this figure. And I think this figure is actually pretty dope. Now, on the cover of Daily Origins, I want to swear to the fact that she was wearing a black suit. And the white suit was a variant cover, if I'm not mistaken. It could have been vice versa, but I think the more common comic cover would have been the black suit. So, wow, I think I got an issue already. It's kind of weird the way her ankle was pinned in there, but it was just not too bad. It's not bad. I just had to rotate it a little. But yeah, very good looking figure. And that sculpt is on that head is really nice. The base body is how come I can't get her to stand? It's starting to get annoying. It's like a pearlescent white, like a pearl more than a true white. And she's giving me a very hard time trying to get her to stand. But yeah. Okay, never mind. Anyway, moving forward. She's got quite a few weapons in here. And that's why I was starting to say, like, I think I would have preferred the gray suit over this figure. However, this figure actually comes with a nice array of weapons. If you can get a good look at that. That's a pretty nice sniper. And some of the extra pieces that come in here, and I'm going to show you them in just a second. I'm not going to make you guys go through all that with the other figures, so bear with me. So this is a nice pistol with a good looking silencer on that. That is not removable at all. Here's another pistol with no silencer. And then we have under this piece of tape here, I gotta remove this tape. Wow, that kind of just pulled them right out. Look at that. Let me get that off. We have some effect pieces, which your carpet is gonna swallow these things whole if you drop them. Good luck finding them. Look like little pieces of plastic, and we all have family members who really don't care about our collection and what we do. They vacuum, and then they never notice these little things, and then they're gone. So I suggest you guys be careful with those. But man, this is a really good looking figure. You know, I try not to be biased, you know, with some of these figures, and it's hard not to love them because, you know, they look good. Finally get her to stand. All right, so here we have the pistol with the silencer with the blast effect. Then we got two different smoke effects. So I'm not sure that they are exactly the same. No, they're not actually. One looks a little bit more smoky than the other, or a little longer. But it's a really good look. See if you guys can make that out. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. And then the same thing goes for the sniper rifle. Got blast effect. And then these will actually plug in here. And this is actually really cool. And I hope in the future we get more of this type of stuff. But I think they're going to be picky and probably choose certain figures to give us these effects with. But, you know, now that they have them, they have the modes. I don't see why they wouldn't incorporate them as much as they possibly could. So I don't know if I actually showed both of these guns with the effect. But yeah, really good looking. So let's pause this. Let's get her geared up, and then we're going to take her out and go from there. All right, so here we have the deluxe set Black Widow out of package. Good looking figure. After, you know, reviewing the set, it's pretty, you know, whatever, I guess. You know what I mean? I just, it's okay. You know, but maybe if I would have seen this first, I would have appreciated it a little more. I'm not too sure whether or not this is the same body. Possibly the same sculpt. But, you know, of course, the other one is black. And I'll whip that one out along with the other figure that's very similar to this. I can't think of her name right now. Yeah, drawing a blank. But moving on. We did get 3 sets of hands with her, which is kind of cool. So we got, I'm going to show you one of each. Nope, those are 2 the same hands. So we get a trigger finger hand. Let's see if we can get that to focus. All right. Now it seems like it's, there we go. And a gripping hand. And she comes with 2 fisted hands on her already. So we all know that that's pretty easy to just pop those out and switch them out. She came with 2 pistols. Like so. Okay, come on. Why is that not focusing? Like so. There we go. So we got 2 of those, some stinger effects, which are okay. And these baton hooks that we've not seen before. So the regular figure came with the regular batons. And this one comes with baton with hooks. So you guys can mix and match, switch that up however you like. Moving on, she has a stand, which is, you know, a different, you know, for the newer figures, we don't get stands anymore. And, you know, I want to like it. And it seems really cool, and it's a good idea. You know, the way it's set up, where you can place, you know, bombs and stuff in certain areas and make it look as if she's, you know, in the middle of a war zone or whatever. So this is pretty simple to snap together. You know, my gripe with this is it's really obvious. And it's kind of, you know, too bulky. I mean, if you want to designate an area on your shelf for her, I mean, by all means, that's fine. You know, but, you know, I go with the Obitsu stands, which are really, really thin, cheap. I know some people use, you know, like metal hangers or whatever. Now, let me see. I have one. It's not open here, and this is how they come in package. and for $6.99, I think they're okay. But this is not bad at all. I kind of dig it. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about it right now. Maybe it'll grow on me a little more, and then, somewhere down the line, I'll let you guys know that, hey, you know what, this thing's actually really dope. But at the moment, it's kind of whatever. Let's go ahead and gear her up. I'm gonna pause this and bring out a couple of other Black Widow figures, including some from the Crimson Dynamo set. And I kind of just put her in the background with that cover stand, the way she looks on the cover. It's kind of my interpretation of it. But let's go ahead and pause this and get the other stuff out. Alrighty, so it took me a minute to put these guys up and put them together. But there we have a good look at the rest of the wave from the Crimson Dynamo Build-A-Figure. And I did want to say that there were some similar parts to these two figures, and maybe even the Black Widow. And as you can see, there's some similarities on the feet and the legs, but the upper torso is different on all three. And one thing that as I was stating, one thing I did enjoy doing was putting this together. So if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and as always, take care.